Forget your Rumble in the Jungle or any boxing movie you've ever seen, because this is 10 times better. This is Gloves Off, where we discuss topics that divide opinions. Now, let me introduce you to our two quote-unquote fighters today. They are friends on and off the pitch, but in this ring, they are enemies. To my right, Deep Dasgupta, back and ready to go.
Absolutely. And it's obviously a great pleasure to come and have a chat with you and obviously our guest here.
All right, well, let's move on to our other fighter, not guest, Sanjay Manjrekar, finally joining us, ready to go up against your friend.
I saw him being nice to me right at the start, but you shouldn't expect that kind of response from me. It's not going to be reciprocated, Mr. Gupta.
Not a problem. It's psychological warfare.
All right, well, let's get into our topic for today. Ben Stokes, that's who we're talking about. We know that he has been stealing the headlines a lot this year, and one of the reasons he stole the headlines after the IPL auction was because of his price tag. Just under $2 million is what the Rajasthan Royals bought him for, and many have started to question, is he worth that price tag? So, gentlemen, I'm going to allow you guys to make your opening statements so we just know the position that you have taken. And in this first segment, we are calling First Blood. All right, Deep, we're going to let you start first.
Perfect. Okay. So I've been on an auction table, and what I gather is the price tag is the market value of a player given the market conditions. Now, what are the market conditions? Obviously, it's demand and supply. How many players you have, that kind of player, what kind of player you want as a team, as a franchise. So that's where the demand and supply is. Secondly is the purse, which is very important because that's the ceiling that you can spend. This year, it was 80 crores, more than ever, right? So you have 80 crores to spend. Hold on. Won't spend
3,
it before.
2, 1.
But now,
Your 30 seconds
let me,
are
last sentence. So this year, the central revenue has gone up, so they can spend that kind of money. Go on.
I wonder who this fight is between me and Deep or Sanjay too. I'm gonna get feistier in this one. So Sanjay, don't follow Deep's example. You have 30 seconds just to tell me yes or no if he's worth it, and then we'll get into the real battle. So your 30 seconds start now.
Well, you talked about market forces and stuff like that. IPL is about cricket, and I think that is what should matter. When you pay somebody almost $2 million, it's got to be a game changer with bat and ball. He's got to be a combination of Sunil Narine with the ball and David Warner with the bat. Potentially, maybe going forward, Ben Stokes can be that kind of a player and can command that kind of a price. Today, he's not. He's not a game changer by any stretch of imagination with both bat and ball.
Do you see that? Do you see? That's how you finish your opening statements.
All
right. Well, I know you guys. Clearly, Deep is feeling very feisty and wants to get into somebody. Hopefully, it's Sanjay. Because now I know. Well, we're gonna get that side out as both of you now can interrupt each other and argue. This one is trading blows. All right. Get at each other.
Right. So rebuttal.
Of course, you would start first.
So you said it's about cricket. Yes, it's about cricket, but economics plays a huge role in this. You mentioned about 2 million. It's a comparative thing. Now, looking at Ben Stokes, do you have, again, I go back to demand and supply. So what is the supply? What are the other options? Andre Russell maybe, Sunil Narine, as you mentioned, both of them retained. Hardik Pandya, something like that, an all-rounder, retained. Chris Morris, retained. So there was only a couple of guys who would do what Ben Stokes does, and hence 8 franchisee going for him, 2 million.
See, I can understand the auction dynamics coming into play. We saw that with Jaidev Unadkat, where he got a price tag which was not quite deserving for him. But I think Ben Stokes is more about hype. It's about what the owners genuinely believe that he was worth. And that is one thing you've got to be careful about, especially when you have all-rounders coming from England, because there's a lot of hype around all-rounders coming from England. Because after Ian Botham, everybody is sort of almost imagining the next all-rounder to be like Ian Botham. So I think it is more the hype than the actual value that Ben Stokes brings.
So they're just buying into the hype, buying into
the
game.
Right, okay. In this IPL format, what you want from your big money players are to win you 2 games, because you need to win 8. So if your big money player can win you 2 matches, last year he did that, as you mentioned. Secondly, you're also looking at this contract is for 3 years. So you kind of also paying for what he's doing now and what his potential is.
The owners are happy, comfortable with the investment they've made, or they're starting to get worried with Ben Stokes?
I don't think so, because like I said, if he wins you 2 games and he contributes off and on.
Chris Gayle has already done that for a much lesser price. So.
No, but then nobody was expecting to be. I mean, 3 games, 50 plus. But again,
260 plus scores and a century.
I know you're soft.
And
let's not get into the
not
name
half century.
Let's
not
not get into that.
Century from a man almost $2 million.
But the thing here is, again, it's not just about the person himself or what he's doing now. It's about the future. It's about 3 years, going forward, 5 years.
Yeah, one of the things you never do in T20 cricket, in IPL cricket, is look too far ahead. 3 years is a long time in T20 cricket. We've seen players change every season. Injuries and form is so fickle in T20 cricket. I think you've got to have short-term vision when you're looking at T20 cricket.
I would beg to differ, because you also back the pedigree. I can understand what you're saying. For some people,
English players' pedigree has not been great in the IPL.
Ooh, okay.
I don't want to get
the fact that English players have only started playing in IPL for the last couple of years, except Ian Morgan or maybe KP. But again, supply. You don't have another player who's available like Ben Stokes, who can bowl you 4 overs. It's a different issue. He hasn't. And also bat at top of the order, top 5.
Yeah, he's a good player. I like him very much. Just that he's not worth $2 million. That's it. And he's one of those overseas batsmen, I feel, that can be subdued by spin. And that's my problem.
Okay,
no, I gotta cut it there, because we're gonna go to our final segment where you can speak again. I knew I had to get in before Deep did. This final one is called Knockout Take. All right, gentlemen, here is where you have to sum up everything you just said, just to reiterate your point, preferably in a sentence, Deep.
Okay. I think the market value, or the value that a player gets, has got nothing to do with, I wouldn't say nothing, but predominantly it's economics and cricket put together. And I think economics plays a very, very important role as far as the market value of the player. And I think Ben Stokes deserves it, not just for what he is doing now or last year, and also what he's going to do in the future.
I'm not an economist, so I'm a pure cricket analyst. And when I look at the cricketing skills of Ben Stokes, potentially maybe, yes, a $2 million player in the IPL, considering the pitches and stuff. At the moment, not quite.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. Whew, that was a bit of a feisty one. Well, Ben Stokes, hopefully you are not watching, because we know that price tag can cause some pressure indeed. But as we said, the season is still young, so we will see if he indeed does live up to that price tag.